Okay, so this video details how to get in one of the skirmish modes, about 26,000 experience points, and I think about 36,000, I'm not sure what the currency is called, in Valkyria Chronicles. If the quality is a little bit shit, I apologize. I'm recording this off of a screen. And this, it feels like an exploit to me. So this may already be known to people, but I just discovered this yesterday, and a friend wanted me to detail it for him. So the first thing you'll do is you'll choose the Barious desert. Obviously you want to put it in normal. If you put it in easy, you'll get less experience. Now there's two ways to go about this. The way that I'm going to cover in this video, it takes about half a turn to get to finish things off. And you only need two characters. You only need Welkin and Alicia. Obviously Welkin you have to have in there by default, and Alicia I'm using because she's the scout with the highest hit points. Now, one thing to note is that my scouts, they're all elites now. Using this, I leveled them up to level 12. Before I did this, when I was just discovering it, my scouts were level 8, and so I wasn't able to do it in half a turn. I had to make some small alterations, and I'll cover those in this video. I'll just place my snipers. I'll set it up the way I did it originally. So I had two scouts, and then I also had the two snipers. The two snipers, though, were up on the hill. Catherine. And then also it's good to have, I guess, Rosie and Raul going here, especially when you're starting out, just because you're not going to be using them, but they'll be giving you extra command points. So with this we can start. Again, generally when I do this, I'm just using Alicia and Welkin. You don't need any more than 4 command points when you're doing it at this level, I guess. Okay, so this is the start, obviously, and what you have to do is you have to get and capture this point. Now you can't see all the enemies now because the line of sight is blocked, but this point is not that heavily defended, and generally, especially now, if you even if you wait 2 or 3 turns, there's generally only a single machine gunner in this base. If you wait and you give them time, that's when the base will start to fill up. But generally there's only one machine gunner, and he's right in this area right here. So if you're doing this with lower level characters, what you have to focus on with your snipers up here, the main things you want to focus on, one is taking out this machine gunner. You can generally get him with a single shot. Let's see if I can do that. And again, my snipers are sort of up there too, so it's going to be a little bit easier for me. But let's see. Yeah. So he's important. Once you take him out, what you want to do is you want to immediately transfer your your snipers over here. And the reason for that is because on this on this outpost there's 2 snipers. These 2 snipers are, when you're doing this in multiple turns, they're going to be your worst enemy. When you're doing this in multiple turns, what you're going to want to do is you're basically going to want to run up the side until you get about here. This is where you'll run out of AP the first time, and you'll pause there and you can heal there. And this will keep you, otherwise you're going to be running through this crossfire. And then what you'll do is you'll, in that same turn, use another command point on that scout, and you'll position that scout about here, or somewhere in here. If you don't take out those snipers, when you're in this area, they're going to be trying to pick you off. And so that can basically end it right there. And also use 2 scouts, because that way if one gets taken out, the other one can just go. Because once you're in, after the first turn, when you're in this area, you're going to be somewhere in this area. When you're somewhere in this area, like here, the snipers can still get at you. And that's when it's the most dangerous, because there's also a machine gunner here, and there's a tank here. So having 2 scouts increases the chances that you'll make it, basically. Yeah. So what you'll basically then do is just use the snipers to take out these snipers, to take out these snipers, and you'll be golden. And you can just run up and do it again in 2 turns. Now, the way that I do it now, the first thing you do is you go into the order menu, pick the defense order. For one person, it only uses 1 command point. Throw that on Alicia. And then you select Alicia. And while you're running, just pick the bring up the mini map so you can actually see, and then also pick the healing item, the Rag Knight or whatever it's called. And then use it immediately. And end her turn. You could probably do this with a standard scout too, one that's not level 11. But once they move to the elite class, they get the movement bonus. They get another 100 AP, and so that makes it easier to just run straight up the middle. So as I said, you get the 1 machine gunner here. Hit him with a rocket propelled grenade. Move a bit more. Usually once more. This will be the last. This should be the last turn. Just get right up in there. And capture the base, and operation complete. And you're missing any experience you'd get from killing the enemies, but the rank bonus you get basically cancels it out. And you'll see that in a moment. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit hard. I'll turn the camera. So there you have 26,000 and 42,000 for the currency, and no real risk. So there you go.